How are you guys? I was kind of nervous and excited for this call, but I was like, I need to prepare and I need to research. So, anyways, let me get started. Today I'm going to talk about the 24 line. I know a lot of you guys know that the 24 line was purposely made for athletes, but what you know, just because you don't play sports does not make you an athlete. If you work out more than 3 times a day, you're considered an athlete, or 3 times a week, you're considered an athlete. Okay. So what we're gonna go to first is the Formula One sport. As you can see on the screen, it's a healthy meal for athletes, meaning the target user is athletes. If you live a healthy, active lifestyle, the key benefits to it is it's a reliable meal. The difference with this one and the regular line is that it has whey protein. So as you can see on there, it has 9 grams of milk dairy protein versus just the soy protein. It has 100 milligrams of L-glutamine. I'll explain more what L-glutamine is, 20 vitamins and minerals, and the antioxidants. The usage scenario for this is for serious athletes traveling for competition. It's a recreational athlete who needs a healthy, reliable meal. Busy professional constantly on the go. So for those that have goals for muscle gaining, then we do recommend the sports line for muscle gain. The next thing that I actually pulled these from the Herbalife website. When you do on the library, they actually have all this information for you. It is NSF Sports tested. It has, like I said, milk protein, which is whey and casein, which you can see here that the Formula One regular healthy meal has soy protein versus Formula One has the milk protein. The Formula One regular on the white containers has the 25% of vitamin C and D. As for the sport, has 100% of vitamin C and D. As for a 24-hour training athlete, they need all the vitamins and minerals to give their muscle and their body the full nutrients that it needs. So for those of you that are looking to gain or even have kids that are in sports, this I do highly recommend, especially if they're always like wrestlers in strength training or those that are trying to gain muscle. I do really like this product because that was my goal in the beginning. For this, now we go on to the pre-workout that everybody likes is Prepare. Prepare, what I do like and I just also learned is that it's developed obviously in collaboration with our Nobel Prize doctors that are behind the Herbalife line. It is responsible for discovering the biological pathway of nitric oxide, which means the increase in blood flow. So with that, it supports oxygen delivery within your blood. It promotes muscle growth. It improves strength and helps speed muscle recovery to support all the nutrients that it needs to give you not only the energy, but also your blood flow. So as most of you guys know that even the Nightworks is for healthy blood flow. I have heard that Nightworks and Prepare mixed together can give you that extra blood flow boost before your workout as well. Next thing is to talk about the Prepare. It does talk about the ingredients. It does have creatine, arginine, citrulline, ornithine, and caffeine. So it helps maintain focus and performance for athletes and for everyone. The arginine supports healthy blood flow, and it contains 2.1 grams of creatine per serving to support muscle strength. Okay, now we go on to CR7. Why we do recommend these for athletes is obviously you guys know the story behind it is it was made for Cristiano Ronaldo. It does restore electrolytes. I am going to explain what that means in a little bit. And alertness. The reason why they made this line for athletes, it's not to only help you with your electrolytes, but it does have carbohydrates if you didn't know that. This contains CR7, does contain carbohydrates, and most of you guys know all athletes and people that are training or before workout, carbohydrates you need it as fuel. So not only are you hydrating your electrolytes, which is the fuel for your brain and your nerves, you also need your carbohydrates for performance. So for the electrolytes, just to kind of read you a little bit what I researched, for the CR7, the electrolytes are chemicals that form electrically charged particles and body fluids. So these carry the electrical energy for many functions, including muscle contractions, causes for an electrolyte causes for an electrolyte, imbalance may include loss of body fluid. So this is why we always recommend those that you need to restore the body fluid that you just released in your sweat in your workout. The CR7 to drink during your workout helps restore those electrolytes that you just released throughout your workout. Loss of body fluids is not only in sweating, but it can also be in those that in vomiting, high fever. That's why most of you guys know, we say it all the time. Put it for your kids if they have a fever. We do recommend this product because it really does help. We don't say it cures everything, but it helps to restore those electrolytes. It's kind of like, in a sense, a Pedialyte for adults too. So that's why I like it. So the CR7, just to give you a background, it's a performance drink, so it has 50 calories, 9 grams of sugars. You can use less or more. I only use 1 scoop, but many people can use 2. It really is good for endurance athletes like marathon runners because they do a lot of carb loading before their marathon. So having this drink as they prepare for their marathon or whatever type of endurance training that they're doing, this does help. So it gives you a little bit of a workout performance. The backstory, like we said, is a custom sports drink built around Cristiano Ronaldo's needs, his activity level, and it's light, it's easy to drink, and it's better than Gatorade. Okay. So the next thing was the first product that I tried for muscle gain is Rebuild. So most of you guys know it's a post-workout shake. It's not a meal replacement shake, but you can mix it in your meal replacement. It does help with muscle recovery. The target user, again, is athletes. Any of you that are looking for muscle gain, whether it's low aerobic training or high, it does help with protein. It does have the 24 grams of protein. It's 190 calories per serving. It has BCAAs and L-glutamine. What that means, the BCAAs and L-glutamine are for muscle recovery. For those that are doing powerlifting, CrossFit, or just trying to gain muscle strength, doing muscle strength training, muscle endurance, that also helps. And what BCAAs are, they're the building block of proteins, meaning the supplements that can be easily used to reduce fatigue, accelerated recovery, reduce muscle soreness, and improve the use of fat for energy. BCAAs are well known for triggering the protein synthesis. That's why they recommend this after your workout, because it helps restore the soreness in your muscles, along with the L-glutamine that's in it. And this is something that I was even surprised to learn. The L-glutamine that they have in it, it helps with intestinal health. So what that is somebody that you know that may have IBS, which is irritable bowel syndrome, which that is a lack of gut permeability. Sorry, guys. Which means someone that cannot hold the protein properly in their body. Their amino acid building blocks are really they're lacking. So the L-glutamine, those that have IBS have a leaky gut. So either they're constipated a lot, or have diarrhea, or just their body cannot hold the protein that it needs from the regular soy protein. That's where they recommend the whey protein and the Rebuild to help those with IBS. That's something that I like because it does contain the L-glutamine in it. It has plentiful of amino acids for the body, and it supports intestinal health. So that's something new that I learned that I was actually really shocked, and good to know. So the Rebuild Strength, it's for lean muscle mass. It has 24 grams of whey protein and casein protein. Those are made for muscle, for those that want to recover and restore muscle. It has a branched chain of amino acids, the BCAAs, like I said, to jumpstart recovery. The L-glutamine, which is the muscle building block that supports immune function, and the precise amount of carbohydrates that it needs to help utilize the protein. So like I said, for those of you that your goals are to gain muscle, those girls that want to gain a booty, the men that want to gain the arms or the abs or any type of muscle gain, we do recommend the whey and the casein protein. So the sports drink does really help with the muscle recovery and muscle gain. This new it's not new. I just found out from Carla it's going to be discontinued. The hydrate is the everyday hydration. So the difference with this one and the CR7 is that the hydrate doesn't contain a lot of carbohydrates. So it's for everyday use, meaning you could drink this like if it's vitamin water. So this has 15 calories. It's 1 gram of sugar. It's caffeine free. So you could drink it day or night. It has electrolytes as well. But this, you don't have to use it when you work out. You can use it before your workout or just to add flavor to your water. But I don't know how much longer they're going to have this, but I did find out that they're going to discontinue this product. I don't know how soon. Restore. So this is a product made for those that after workout, when you feel that soreness after that crazy workout that Carla gives you, or the crazy workout that Carlos gave you guys today. Restore really does help with the inflammation in your muscles, the antioxidant protection, the immune support, and the key features in this, it has berry extracts, vitamin C, and the beta carotene. So the usage scenarios, you can use this at night. So when you wake up in the morning, you feel fresh. It's an athlete. The scenario is an athlete after a day of endurance or strength training. Anyone after a light to moderate aerobic workout. So for those of you that lift pretty heavy or are going into strength training, when you start to feel really sore after an intense workout, this really does help with the muscle inflammation. So it reduces that inflammation in the muscles. The next product, the new products, I really like these are the Bites, the new Achieve Bite In and Achieve, the protein bars. What I like about these, it has 20 grams of protein. Oops, sorry, has 20 grams of protein. And these are, they actually carry more protein than the regular deluxe protein bars. So these actually do help for athletes or those of you, like I said, that your kids are in sports. You can either bake them. I've seen a lot of people bake them now, or you could easily eat them on the go as a good snack. So those of you that like to count how much protein you should take in your body, for those that are into gaining muscle or strength training, those of you that need to consume more amount or more grams of protein, they do, not that they recommend this product, but this really is a good protein bar to take, and it actually does keep you pretty full. And just to show you an example of one of the girls that I have, which I'm almost done, is, let's see if it pops up. Sorry, guys. Can you still see my screen? Hold on. Oh, her picture's not popping up.
You have to minimize this because that's we keep seeing your PowerPoint presentation.
Okay.
Yeah. And then it'll pop up. So while she's looking for the picture, awesome. So that's one of the things I was very excited when, and made a lot of sense when she said how the rebuild really helps with people with irritable bowel syndrome. And so I just want to give you guys, while she looks for the picture, a little tip. And when she said that, I'm like, oh my God, no wonder. Whenever there is anybody that says, oh my gosh, A, I don't want to drink soy, B, I cannot drink soy, or very rarely, but it does happen, sometimes people will say, you know what, that the shake made my stomach feel funny. The Formula One. Whenever you have someone that is sensitive with their stomach or anything like that, the formula, the 24 line, I would bet money that it will not have them feel that way. And now I know why, so now I know that, the ingredients that are in the 24 line, and it makes sense because one of the things that a lot of us maybe don't know, but you will find out, is that as the more you work out, the cleaner your body is, your body becomes more sensitive. So a lot of athletes have very, 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 very sensitive stomachs. So therefore they cannot eat just anything, like they will get sick. So sometimes they'll be like, I don't know, sometimes shakes make my stomach feel funny. The 24 line, I have had people say that they're allergic to the moon and the sun, and they'll take the 24 line and they're totally good. So what Mimi just shared right now is, I'm like, when she told me that the other day, I'm like, oh, no wonder you can give anybody the 24 line and they feel amazing. So, yeah.
So the picture that I have right here, can you guys see it?
Yeah.
So Crystal, most of you guys have seen her. She's actually a marathon runner. So when she came to me, she was weighing at 119 pounds, and then she went up to 125. And so as you can see, not only did she gain muscle in certain areas, she's a marathon runner. So meaning she runs 26 miles, 24 to 26 miles. She runs 30 miles a day. So this girl, she burns so many calories constantly, and she's eating tons of meals a day, but she includes a sports line in her nutrition plan. So she does, like, she'll go from running 9 miles in the morning, then 7 miles at night, and then she'll go do a quick strength training at the gym. But that's just her schedule based off of her goals and her needs. And obviously, you guys can see that it's now working to her advantage. So for her, she uses a sports line because her goal was to gain weight, and she burns like maybe 1,200 calories a day. So she has to consume a lot more to continue with her racing, because she does do a lot of carb loading before her races. So yeah, other than that, that is it. Any questions?
Maybe unshare your screen so that anybody can ask you questions. If you guys, so we don't unmute everybody, if you want to just unmute yourself, and if you have a question, don't say, I have a question. Say, hi, this is Carla, and that way we know who we're talking to. Does anybody have a question?
Or did I give enough information that there's no questions needed?
That was really good.
Hi, this is Jessica. I have a question.
Yes.
Okay. So you know how we were just talking about how the rebuild and how it helps with the IBS?
Mm-hmm.
Can anyone take it, or it has to be someone who
Only
is,
has IBS?
yeah.
No, anyone could take it, even if I don't have IBS, but I take it more for muscle gain and for muscle recovery. So anyone can take it. That was just a little key factor that to let you guys know that you can give rebuild to somebody that has IBS only because it contains L-glutamine in it. So that's what L-glutamine helps with. Yeah.
Okay, that's good to know, because I actually have a customer who just recently said that they have problems going to the restroom and they didn't know what to take. So
Yeah.
maybe I'll suggest that. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Hi, it's Noreen. I have a question.
Yes.
So I have people who what do you recommend? Somebody who comes in and wants to go straight to rebuild first. And like, how do you recommend that? Like, as far as, cause I've kind of heard both back and forth, like they should try to do like the Formula One with the shake first, or like, I feel like, is it true? Like if they just come and get on rebuild, kind of make them gain weight rather than really shed weight?
If their goal is I should ask, is their goal muscle gaining or to lose weight?
No, that's the thing, that their goal is like to lose weight and gain muscle.
Uh-huh.
But they like really like the rebuild. I think it's because they like the way it tastes, and so like, yeah, I want to do the rebuild. And I just feel like, I don't know if I'm telling them wrong, that I feel like it kind of might make them gain weight because they're gonna gain muscle, right?
Yeah. So, well, this is what I did. I had the same concern when I first started my nutrition plan with Carla, because I wanted to lose weight and tone, but I wanted to gain muscle at the same time. So I did the regular shakes along with the Prolesa, and I took the rebuild too. So
Okay.
I did them all. So that really did help me. Obviously, you guys know the regular shakes help with the losing weight. But if their goal really is, they can alternate from the Formula One sport and also use the rebuild. So it's not gonna make them gain weight as long as they're also eating properly and not just depending on the shakes too.
Okay.
Yeah.
So they should, like, recommending if you're coming in to drop weight, you should definitely get on the shake.
Yeah.
And the rebuild.
Yeah. So they won't gain weight. I've done it that way too, where I've taken the shakes prior and then right after the workout.
No, but if they just do the rebuild, like if they just like, well, I just want to get on rebuild, like CR7 in the top, will they gain weight if they're just doing like rebuild but not really having like a shake?
It depends what else they're eating throughout the day, because at the end of the day, we all know it's what they're eating, the nutrition. So the rebuild is just a post-workout shake for muscle recovery. That's pretty much what it's made for.
Thank you.
So I'll tap in really quick. So I have a client that she doesn't want to take anything but rebuild. That's all she wants to take. Okay. And so what I told her is that it's not a meal replacement. Exactly what Mimi just said. She wants to tone up. I told her, I said, it's not going to make her gain weight, Noreen. So just to answer your question, no, it's not going to make her gain weight. What will make her gain weight is a bad diet. So if she has a rebuild after the workout and then goes to Jack in the Box, okay, what will have her gain weight was not the rebuild, it was the Jack in the Box, right? So
well, I meant like more will it make her gain, because like she'll gain muscle, and so then it's going to kind of show that you gained a couple of pounds, but it was more muscle gain.
But like Mimi said, it just depends on what she's eating. So
Okay.
this particular person, I'm not going to say her name, but let's call her Mary, okay? So Mary did not want to take anything but rebuild, okay? That's all she wanted to take. So I just told her, I said, okay, well then just make sure you eat a healthy diet. She's like, I eat good and whatever. Long story short, she was fine. You know, she toned up. You know, she didn't get fat. She didn't get thick. You know, she just got a little bit more lean. Got more muscle definition. And then because she saw results on the rebuild alone, she then ended up, I told her, I said, you know what, girl, imagine if you were to actually like supplement your meal, 2 meals with some shakes, you will lean out. Look at how much definition you're getting. And she was like, okay, fine. So she ended up finally getting on the shakes. But if, you know, the rebuild, she fell in love with it because she wasn't as sore. She started seeing definition. And because she saw how awesome it was, she ended up then wanting to get on a full program because she saw results. So if somebody wants to just get rebuild, let them just get rebuild, and just remind them, you know, this is a post-recovery shake. You need to also make sure you take care of your diet so that you can achieve the results that you want, depending on whatever they want, you know?
Yeah. Yeah. And then even if they're taking that and they're scared that they're going to bulk up, us as women, we don't have the testosterone to bulk up like men. So they don't have to worry about that either.
I have a question. Carlos here. I know I've had questions about people that want to take the rebuild and the shake together. How does that work? Or how many like scoops of each can you do? Or what?
I think, well, Carla, didn't you do this the other day on the Saturday or workout? You mixed your rebuild and the Formula One together.
Yeah, I do that all the time.
Yeah. So you could do 1 and 1. When I did it, I like my shakes thick. So it doesn't make it thick when I blend it, but you can do the 2 and the 1. But it all comes down to how many grams of protein is in their diet, or they're allowed in their goal within their diet, because everyone that has a goal, I don't want to say they're limited, but we can only have a certain amount of grams of protein throughout the day. So if it's within their nutrition plan, then they could have the 2 scoops.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah. Thank you.
For those people that are like really, really wanting to build a lot of muscle, for those of you guys who we had a bodybuilder come one time from Texas. He does 2 scoops of the rebuild and 2 scoops of the Formula One, because he's like 250 something pounds, right? So like Mimi said, it just depends on your protein. Personally, like in the morning, I take 2 scoops of the rebuild and 1 scoop of the Formula One, because that keeps me full. So I have that after my workout, and that is like my meal. It holds me up for 2 to 3 hours, especially now that I have a kid. I don't have that much time. If I don't do that, I'll do a rebuild, and about an hour later, I get hungry. So, you know, I'll have a light snack. But if I don't want to have a light snack 2 hours later because I have a crazy day and I know I'm not going to get to food right away, I'll add one scoop of Formula One to my 2 scoops of rebuild, and that gives me 30 grams of protein, and I'm super full.
And you can blend that, right? Because I know normally rebuild you just shake.
Well,
you could blend it, but it just doesn't come out thick.
So just to let you guys know why that is, the Formula 24 line, when it was created, it was designed. Athletes don't carry blenders. Okay, they don't even care really they care how things taste, but they want convenience. They're like on the go, like what Mimi just said. So all of our 24 line is designed to be very easy to dissolve without a blender. So it's designed to just be shaken up. So even if you blend it, it will not get thick. It will not. Like, you can blend it as much as you want alone. It won't. If you mix it with the Formula One, it might get a little bit thicker because of the Formula One. Personally, I just had a shake right now. I just shook it. I shake everything, but you can blend it if you want to, but you don't have to.
Any more questions?
Hi, this is Vince. This is Vincent. I give my son CR7, and he plays football, he plays baseball, he plays everything, and I give him CR7 all the time. I was just wondering if there's a limit onto what I can give him.
No, like for me, I only use 1 scoop. To
Right.
some people, they could use 2 scoops because even Julie can even, reflect on this. Her boys play sports too, and she gives them CR7. For me, I would just say you could do 1, but even doing 2 is still safe. But it all depends on the taste, how they like it. I don't do the 2, but it has enough carbs to give them the fuel to get them going because it's like a healthier version of a Gatorade, just
Right.
not as many sugars in it. Yeah.
Okay, and I know we didn't talk about this today, but my son's been asking. He wants to know if he can have a liftoff or just a little piece of liftoff. I know we didn't talk about that today, but I was just wondering. He's 9 years old.
Carla, what do you think? I wouldn't recommend it. I don't know.
No, absolutely. They really can't. You can take a half of a lift off. Think about it. And I say this with a lot of respect. Some kids are drinking Monsters and they should not be doing that. Some kids are drinking Coke and they should not be doing that. Right. So, the lift off it's going to give him a nice boost of energy. If he's 9, I would probably do only a half a tablet, maybe even a fourth. But I mean, if a kid can drink a Coke, he can drink a half a lift off. It's way better energy. What I would do is I would definitely do, so Julie says, my son is 8 years old and has a half a lift off. Yeah. You can do a half a lift off in a water bottle with 1 scoop of CR7 and then have them drink it. And then as on their way to the field, it'll give them a lot of energy. And then they can continue doing CR7 throughout. I don't know if you guys know, but we have a whole soccer team that comes to play, to train with us on Thursday. The other day, I gave them all, they all were dragging their feet. I gave them all a half of a lift off when they got here. And I asked them afterwards, they're like, oh my God, we felt amazing. And I asked their coach, what was the feedback? They were still able to sleep. They're fine because it doesn't have crazy amounts of caffeine. It has why you get an energy lift boost with liftoff. It's because it has a lot of vitamins, B6, B12, ginseng, ginkgo biloba. It does have some caffeine, but what the liftoff does, if you take liftoff and you sit on your butt, you'll feel a little bit of energy. But the liftoff is designed to be working with the body heat. So as you move, it will produce that energy. So absolutely, he can take a half a liftoff. Especially for the kids that are playing long hours, absolutely they can. So you're laughing because I'm sure somebody's writing something on the thing here.
No, my son's right here saying, I want one right now.
No.
Yeah, I know.
Okay.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
So there's a question on the Formula One, if they can, I don't know, can you see it?
Mm-hmm.
Can the Formula One, can it be used alone? You can mix with the protein. You can do it the way you make your Formula One shakes. You could do the 2 scoops of Formula One Sport with the 2 scoops of protein. You could do it that way.
Yeah, but for her boys, I think what she's asking depends on how old they are, Jamie. I know that you have 5 boys, so they're all different ages. So I would definitely say, like Mimi said originally, let's look at their protein, how much they need. I'll tell you when my nephews, one of them doesn't like milk, so my sister-in-law does 2 scoops of Formula One and 1 scoop of the protein. My other nephew loves milk, so he does milk with 2 scoops of the Formula One. So you can definitely mix milk with the Formula One because what they're really, the PDM is replacing the milk for all of us. So it just depends on their age. They can do 1 scoop of Formula One, 2 scoops of Formula One. You just have to kind of play with it. They're 15 and 17. Yeah, I would do 2 scoops in 1 or 2 scoops with milk.
Yeah.
And that answers the other question. And then there's another question. Is there a limit to prepare and how many times a day you can drink it? Mimi?
I think it's like a pre-workout. So if you're gonna work out twice a day, you could use it twice a day.
Absolutely. So yeah, it's just when you want. My 8-year-old has a half a lift off once in a while. Yeah, absolutely. All right. So we have time for one more question. Anybody else want to ask a question for Mimi? Can you hold on a second real quick? Okay, no more questions? All right. All right, well, awesome. Well, I don't know about the rest of you guys, but I sure learned a lot. So thank you girls so much for everything. And now all of you know, all of us know why anytime somebody has challenges with their stomach, 24 Formula One, 24 Rebuild will not give them any upset stomach. That stuff is amazing. Now I know why I had no idea. So thank you for that, Mimi. And with that said, you guys, let me stop